Hello and welcome to Pest Perspectives. Second time this week for episode 43. This might have shocked people because I literally just put the podcast up today. There's not been a lot of advertising. The thumbnail was done today, and it's very different to what I normally do. I have got another local business person on. Obviously, I'm from Rutland, Oakham Pest Control. And tonight we have on Steve Spoor from Multi Electrical Services. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on, Sean. Hopefully I won't be too boring for your pest control world with my industry, but sometimes it does go hand in hand, doesn't it?
Some of it does. Some of it does. But I thought it'd be something different.
Yeah, so I tend to just constantly pester you with advice with chewed cables and problems in locks.
Well, yeah, I don't mind it. But so how did you get into the industry you're in? Did you start off working for other people, apprenticeships, or where did you get into it, being an electrician?
So I was actually a career changer. So I changed careers as an adult. Which was a whole new world to what I was used to in some respects. And in the industry, it's kind of frowned upon a bit the way I entered. So the best routine that everyone looks at is obviously an apprenticeship. But I did the adult training, which was an 8-month course to get my level 3 diploma. And then another further sort of 18 months of doing my MVQ. So, yeah.
Could I ask you how much out of interest that kind of costs you?
In total, it was probably around about £7,500.
Right, people, pest controllers, listen to this. You all moan about how much our courses cost for £150 for the day course, and the level 2 that we have, the RSPH level 2 awarding pest management, is about £700-800.
Right.
7,500. Listen, people, it's cheap. Wow. There you go. You'll stop moaning now.
But it's worth it. I don't regret it. So it's all gone really well.
That's good.
But obviously that was just me retrained to become an electrician. And once I retrained, I started off. So I did my retraining. I tried to get a job with local electricians. No one would take me on. I even offered to work for free just to get the experience whilst I was doing my training.
Really?
So it was difficult to get any experience. So at the start, I didn't really ever have. I think everyone has these aspirations to go self-employed and work for themselves, but that wasn't my plan at the start. But I just really struggled to get experience and get a job, basically. So I ended up doing some labouring and subcontracting for a builder, which was doing all sorts of manual labour work, digging trenches, pulling walls down. But it really gave me an insight into domestic properties, which was invaluable, really, because they don't teach you that in a college course.
Do they not?
No, so it's all on a nice fresh wooden board, like stapling, clipping cables to a wall. You do learn a lot, but it's nothing like the real world of being in a house and working with plasterboard. And
exactly the same it is when you go on the courses. It's like it's the same for us when you if you were to just go straight in, do your qualifications, no experience, and then be sent out, you'd struggle.
You haven't got a clue, have you? You just don't know. You don't know how to start.
There's a lot of the things on the course as a teacher. Everyone's got a different way of doing it. Obviously, you've got to follow the label, you've got to follow the rules, but a lot of people have their own way of thinking and do it on a different route, and none of them methods are taught on the course. They're not. They just teach you textbook. They do.
So how long is the course for pest control then? Is it an apprenticeship as well? You can do an apprenticeship in it. Is that like a 3-year apprenticeship?
Wow. Okay, so I'll show you how low the barrier to entry is. if you wanted to start as a pest controller and to set up get your own work, you could literally do a 1-day course on how to use rodenticide, and then you can buy rodenticide. When it comes to insects, legally, well, as a professional, there's a 1-day insect course too. So there's probably days course. But if you there's obviously the RSPH level 2 award in pest management, and that is usually, it depends who you go with. There's some places that do a week at uni and you stay there and you do it all week, or the method I went through a company called Rat Pack Engineering in Lincoln, where I buy a lot of them, well, basically all of our bait boxes, and they did it through a lady called Debbie Wilson, an absolute amazing trainer she is. And that was 2 days. So basically, it was 2 days for one unit, vertebrates, 2 days for invertebrates, which is your insects, and then I think it was 2 days for the health and safety. But included in that, the end of the second day was the exam. That's how much. So as you can tell, it's not a lot in comparison.
Right, yeah. I mean,
there isn't an apprenticeship scheme as such yet. There is companies that do trainee positions, much larger than us, obviously, and they put them through. If they could, they put them through their basics. Then eventually they put them through the higher ones. Depends how, because you can go all the way up to like be a field biologist and things like that. That's like, to explain to you what that is. That's like, say you've got a food auditing site where there's very high standards because some of these sites are audited that it's serious if something happens. A field biologist goes in to examine the site. The pest control company deals with it, but they give it the once over first to check if there's any issues they found, to try and help them for their actual audit. So it's stuff like that, having a BDI and seeing things that they may have missed. Because sadly, in a lot of pests, when you get to the bigger stages, a lot of them get overrun with work. They just get too much work and they haven't got time. This isn't the same for everyone, but it just can happen. It can. So yeah, we haven't currently got an apprenticeship scheme. However, the MPTA, which I'm part of, is doing it's called a 5 under 25 scheme. So it's a partnership between the National Pest Technicians Association and the Syngenta Global, which they're a massive company. I mean, massive. Right. Where they get 5 young candidates. You have to be under 25 though. They get interviewed through teams. They've obviously got to say why they'd like to. Is to do the RSPH level 2 award in pest management. They put you through it. They give you all the support. They give you mentorship, and it's not just through just to get you to pass your qualification. It's there for years to come. Mentorship is, if you need it, they give you a number, you can ring them. So that's a scheme the MPTA has, but you've got to be an MPTA member company to access that. And obviously you've got to qualify, so you've got to show a passion for the industry, not just go, I just want my level 2 or something. You've got to show an actual interest you have to do it. And it's been very successful to the point that Syngenta are looking at trialing it around the world in different countries. Wow. They are. So it's been very popular. The first round's done it. The second round has started learning now. See, with them, it's different. With their courses, they get the courses to go to, but they also get in between sessions with our technical trainers online. So extra training than you'd normally get. So it's to support them. But no, we haven't got an apprenticeship scheme as such.
That's surprising, really.
There is they're working on a future framework. The two bodies are MPTA and BPCA. And it's where there's like a framework where you work upwards. So it's like level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. And they're working on that. I don't know the ins and outs of what everything will be, but the current qualification I've got under the new framework would be a level 3, because it's always been brought up that electricians, gas, etc., most of their qualifications say a level 3 diploma. I'll say level 2. It's a standard.
Right.
But it mixes people up though with level 2 in pest control, because it's why I always define it as to RSPH level 2 award in pest management, because sadly they stupidly named a 1-day course RSPH level 2, which is just enough for you to be able to use bait. So you get a lot of people running around, yeah, I'm fully qualified, I got my level 2. Well, they're not actually that. But it's caused a lot of controversy and problems over the years.
Yeah, I can imagine.
This is to try and correct it, but I think we're a few years away from that. I'm not involved in them meetings. They've got committees and everything, but they are working on it like a framework. So it's to try and attract young people into the industry as well. Because it's not something they know about. They don't mention you could be a pest controller. They definitely mention you could be an electrician at school. They would. It's not, even though we are a trade, we don't get treated the same way, unfortunately, when it comes to schools. But we've now got like a careers hub with the Royal Society of Public Health, which is RSPH. Got a page on their site, so there's loads of content on there and schools can look at it. So we're hoping it will get more into schools. It will. But yeah, there wasn't an official apprenticeship as such, but hopefully within the future that will be a thing, because that would really help. When you got the cat train too, haven't you? They're under 30 and they've got the van issue.
Yeah.
The insurance, the MPTA is trying to work on a company that will give a cheaper price, but we've not come to the agreements or anything yet.
Things are tough out there. They really are, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But that's one of the problems, because if you're going to go in a van, as you experienced yourself, it's very expensive to actually get them done it the proper way, rather than not everyone could do what you did for your situation, because you've got a young apprentice, haven't you?
I have, yeah. I've got Harvey on board. He's been with me coming up to 3 years now, so he's coming to the end of his time as an apprentice. It's been a challenge at times, but
what's it like having an apprentice? Like, have you seen him grow from when he first came on board to like now, like experience-wise?
It's like
confidence-wise,
he's grown. Ability has grown. Like, in pretty much every area he's grown. And when he first came, it's quite difficult. He'd already done his level 2 at college, but he had no experience in the real world again. So everything as it should do was just taking so long for him to do. Like we did one job. I think we had 12 downlights to do, and I think I did 11 in the time he did one. I kept saying to him, it's just, it's his first like proper job doing that, and I was like,
was he worried he was taking too long then?
No, because I kept sort of telling him it doesn't matter how long it takes, it's just going to be right.
Exactly.
That's all I care about.
It's experience, though, isn't it? Like
that's what it was. But for the first year, it kind of slows you down. But it's an investment, and now he's going out doing jobs on his own. So it's been an experience.
So obviously, have you got any other apprentices or not? Is it just Harvey?
It's just Harvey. I did have a T-level student last year.
Yeah.
So he came on a Thursday. So he's just 1 day a week.
Oh, okay.
He just had to get, I think it's like 350 hours for the year of hands-on experience, but it's completely different to an apprenticeship. But the apprenticeship is with me all the time, apart from 1 day a week when he gets to college.
Okay.
T level, they're in college full time, and then 1 day a week on site.
Okay.
But at the end of it, they get a T level, which is, it can either help them get an apprenticeship or help them get into uni, depending on what they want to do.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Okay. Hello, Kurt Graham. Thanks for popping in. Someone's watching on LinkedIn. It's a mate of mine. But no, that's good to hear. That is with the So with, obviously, I don't want to put you on the spot. Once he finishes his apprenticeship,
yeah,
is he still going to work with you?
Fingers crossed. Yeah, such a word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how it works. You know.
So, in theory, the contract's for the length of the apprenticeship.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, he's just a full-time employee. Then, if we take him on, if he wants to stay on,
I'll have to see. You know. But you both get on well. You seem to anyway.
Yeah, we do. That's the main thing, really. We get on well. He does as he's told. I listen to him when he's got issues, and we work as a team. You know, it's gone really well.
That's good.
I wish more people could do it, but the difficulty is that there's quite a lot of hoops to jump through, and we get £500 a year to have an apprentice, which doesn't really go far.
No, it doesn't.
That's all I get, £500 a year. It doesn't even cover like his wage, you know, a week's wage or a month's wage or whatever. It's just. So
that's another thing. Obviously apprentices get paid? Do you pay apprentices?
Yes.
Is there a set fee you pay them, or?
Yeah, so apprentices are. It's all, the first year it's quite low, but after the first year it goes up, and it depends on their age as well.
Okay.
So there's like an apprenticeship minimum wage.
Yeah. Okay.
But by the third year, it's not much under the national wage.
Okay. I wasn't asking for actual figures, but yeah, this helps explain it. It does. It does.
But the T level is you don't pay a T level student.
Well, they're only there 1 day a week, isn't they?
I know.
It's not worth. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. Do they learn much when they come on 1 day a week? I suppose. Do they take it in more? It's just 1 day a week, or?
It's difficult. They obviously don't learn as much as what they would do full time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they obviously pick up some bits and pieces. But yeah, you're right. It's not a huge amount of time over a year, really, to pick up the hands-on side of things. But I'm a bit on the fence with T levels, I'll be honest.
Yeah, you have mentioned to me before. You have.
Yeah, so the apprenticeship is the student gets an apprenticeship, goes with his employer, goes to college, etc., etc. T level, they get the T level course. Then it's up to them to find someone to take them on, and then it's my understanding that very few people find employers to go to. So they're on this course. If they don't get the hours in, they fail the course. And it's like, what? Surely they shouldn't be taking on a course unless they've got that sorted. But
yeah, you are right. You shouldn't be doing that because someone's thinking there.
And
effectively, if they would say, I think you mentioned a situation or something a while ago where, or it may not have been you, I see it online where a load of T levels, they had loads of T levels, this company went pop. And a lot of them, it wasn't you then, a lot of them couldn't find other alternative routes and they had to chat. They got kicked off the course, basically.
Yeah, it's terrible, really. But
well, it is. You'd think they'd look at that and say, they're trying to push that kind of thing. I don't know if they are trying to push that or not, the government. I don't know. But that seems silly to me. That say something happened to the firm you were working for or something like that, then you can't find an alternative. You're off.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of understandable if a firm disappears, but when they start their course and they can't get it's like they've done 12 months and they just fail it because they haven't managed to find anyone to take them on to give them experience. But there's no incentive for an employer to, because like for me, I did it just to help the lad out. But at the end of the T level, he's not going to be my employer. He's not going to join my company and make me money. Where with an apprenticeship, at least I'm putting investment into Harvey, and fingers crossed he'll be a full-time employee working for the business. It's sort of light at the end of the tunnel in that sense. Where a T level comes along, you spend all that time training them, and then they're like, "Cheers," and off they go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's an interesting perspective on Pest Perspectives. But no, it is, because our industry wants to learn things like this, because I know there is a bit of a push. They would like apprenticeships to be offered for the industry, but you just can't convince, I don't know, people in government. I don't know how it works, but there is people within trade bodies trying to push for this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and I think that's what part of the future framework is to push younger people so they can have a say. This is how you actually get into the industry, more of a structured way of getting people in, because it's not really structured. If you want, like I say, you could just do the day courses and you're good to go. But obviously, it depends on the firm though as well. So some firms require you be the proper level 2. They do before they take you on, but it all depends. It does. But
I'm surprised there isn't an apprenticeship, because there's quite a lot to it, isn't there? From our conversations we've had, just having a chat, it's like things that are involved in the, just the health and safety for one side of it. And
so it says me that's broke his knee twice. One of them was actually on a job. It was first time in the garden, but it wasn't the lady's fault. No, I just fell over and twisted my ankle, and somehow I broke my tibia and fibia. But she felt so bad because she was out all day. If I was in, I could have, because they had to stretcher me. She could have opened the garage and I could have gone straight through. I've never been allowed to. We went back to her house this year. My dad did not let me get out the van. It's like, he's not getting out the van. He's got bad memories of this, so I'm not risking him going in the garden.
So is that your worst injury doing the job, I take it?
Well, I was walking we were walking through the garden, so I wasn't really doing anything. But I was carrying a heavier box. I don't carry a heavy box anymore. But I don't know what that was to do with it, but I just fell. But that would be, health and safety, wouldn't it? Because it was like, that was the worst. That was the worst time. 3 months I couldn't walk for. And you laugh, but literally, I started with my dad in September, because I didn't go back to Beavers where I used to work, which is no more. It's been liquidated. They shut down before, they all retired, I think. It wasn't due to them doing right. I think they shut down. So I think eventually it would go that way.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to go on off furlough back. It lasted a few more years though, the business, to be fair. And I just said no, I'm not. It's a scary moment. I was like, I'm not coming back. I gave my notice, so I never actually worked my notice for them, because I used to, because it was the time of the virus.
Yeah.
And I said, it's too high risk. My missus is high risk. I can't come. And they were fine about it, but none of them ever believed I was going to leave, you see. But I did. But it was scary. I never knew if it's going to work out, you see.
Would you go back?
To there?
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was you talk about old school. I learned what toxicity is. It's toxic work environment. That's what it was. You know where your bosses shout at you and stuff like that. I used to hate working there, but I never tried to really leave. Stupidly, it's weird though, because like the boss could be a muppet to you, and then the next minute he's fine. Like, he saved my job all the time. He's too vital. He saved my job loads. When they make cuts.
Yeah.
He did. So it was weird in that way, but yeah, from 19 to, I can't remember what, from 19 to 2020. So I don't know how long, 16 plus something years.
Crikey.
But yeah, being a dead end job, but you know, nothing wrong with people having jobs like that though. So I wish I didn't waste my time doing it. I never used to have ambition, you see, or anything like that. I didn't care really. Later in life, once I got into pest control, I started to care about it more. And I really enjoy pest control. It gave me that spark. So now I do a podcast. I'm on the board of directors for the MPTA. I do tons of stuff now.
You're everywhere. I can't not find you anywhere. Wherever I go, I see you on LinkedIn, Facebook. Yeah. You're everywhere. I'm amazed. Hats off to you, mate. You've done so well. You've done really well.
I know. You do more now. Anyway, you do content as well, don't you?
Yeah, I've got a small YouTube channel, which has been fun. I've enjoyed doing it, but it's so time consuming.
It is that, because I noticed recently you have made some really good videos, but I've noticed recently you've made a lot of short form, which is the easiest content to make.
Yeah, purely on time constraints. I've been hitting TikTok with the shorts, which I've seen to get a lot more views and a lot more interaction on.
You do. TikTok's different. Yeah, it is.
I don't want to say it's easy, because
it's not.
It's not easy, but
than making
easy
a 20-minute video
compared to YouTube.
Yeah,
but shorts are just like, I can knock a short, I can record it and get it out there within 15 minutes. Record something, just put it out on the internet in 15 minutes. Where YouTube, I was losing weekends. It's. But I'm still going to do the YouTube videos, but it's just having the time. But I'm creating like a bank of videos, which I'm going to edit all in one hit and then set them to release on certain dates.
That's the way to do it. It is. Yeah. Do you think, out of any of the shorts or videos you've made, do you think you've got any work out of it yet?
YouTube, yes, I got some.
Did you? Did they tell you that? Yeah.
Oh,
that's good.
And I actually got some support from suppliers and got some freebies and got sponsorship for an EV install I did, which is good. So I got like £900 worth of kit to sort of to install that, which was good.
Nice. Is that what's on your house then?
Yes and no.
I see that electric point, I've noticed.
So I actually bought that for the job.
Oh, did you?
That was for the job I was doing, and then the manufacturer contacted me and said they were going to send me this kit out. So yeah, I did have a spare one and I used, because they rebranded to Sync EV.
Oh, okay.
Sync Energy, sorry. So I used their brand new stuff for the video, because I had all the latest marketing and all the new boxes and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I remember that video. I do. But anyway, all right, people, 43 podcasting. Where's my stuff? To be fair, I have got bits and bobs. I got given a Pest Tech. I got given their new Baratine's new technician's guidebook, which I will give them a proper shout out when they actually tell me the price of it. It's really good. It tells you like on the fly, like what to do if you forgot, or certain bugs, what to do. It's quite good. It is. But yeah, I got that. And they were like, you were one of the only people in the UK to have this. I was like, yeah, get in. It was like they saved it for me.
It's finally came off.
Well, yeah, but no. And I've been asked to. I can't say yet, but I've done a review for something that's going to be released soon. So I'll be in the credits. Not a physical book. It's not.
Right, okay.
Or maybe one day I'll be in someone's book. Or I might write my own book. Who knows? You never know.
Well, send me a copy and I'll have a read.
Well, yeah, I'm not working on one at the minute. I'm not.
I'll tell you what though, with all the YouTube, TikTok, anything you do, it increases your SEO on Google's. I'd say that was the biggest gain for me with YouTube.
Yeah.
I started getting, because I've got a Google My Business page.
Yeah, we have too.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how the ins and outs of Google works, but as soon as I started releasing videos, I was getting a lot more calls because it tracks all the calls. So it's definitely increased the SEO.
I suppose yours multi-electrical. See, this isn't technically linked to Open Pest Control, technically, so it's not the same. But I suppose I could do that.
Yeah, just try and link it some way, somehow.
I get scared of opening Google My Business. You don't want to get anything wrong. It's just, you don't want to come off there. I've worked so hard. 85 I've got up to. I was down to 40 or 50. Yeah, 40 something this year, up to 85.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It's hard. Really, people just don't give you reviews, even if they're happy sometimes. You just don't want to do it. The
biggest thing I hear is that I ask customers to, they say, yeah, I'll do it. And then I sort of follow it up a little bit politely, and they say, oh, I haven't got a Google account. They wanted me to set up a Google account. But there is a way of doing it without a Google account, but it's quite long-winded, I believe. So
yeah,
it's just one of those.
Yeah. I feel like I've done all right getting it to 85.
That's really good. Because a lot of your work is as well, isn't it? So
yeah, it's I think at the minute, I think I am in Rutland, I think I am the highest on Google. But obviously, there is companies that have got more than me, but they're not technically a Rutland business.
Right.
But I could get overtaken again. It's so you never know. That's the thing. But it's just hard to get. You obviously only ask them if you think that they can do Google reviews. Because I've had customers saying, I'll give you good without even asking. I have.
I always leave one of these. I've printed out some Google review cards. So
I have tried that before.
Have you?
It never worked. But it wasn't that good. It wasn't as good as that. But I have tried that, and it didn't ever work. But I have seen your leaflets in a lot of places, in people's houses, through my own door.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, you're all right. Does that work? Do you find that kind of advertising works, like with them books? Because you're not in the book though. You got a leaflet with the book, haven't you? Or
yes,
you in
the leaflet gets delivered with the local trader magazine, which is, I suppose, it's like the way to describe it's like a tiny little yellow pages, isn't it, for local businesses? So it gets delivered with that every other month or every 3 months, depending on the area. But yeah,
I've seen a few places people got it stuck up on the notice boards in their house. I've seen it.
Yeah, it does work. It does work. It pays for itself anyway. Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's the main thing.
Yeah,
it pays for itself. Did you do Google Guaranteed or not? I suppose your service isn't that way inclined. Because a lot of the time, if someone's ringing you, like in an emergency, it's an emergency, isn't it? It's not the same, is it? Because a lot of people getting their electrics rewired. It's not I suppose you do get emergency jobs, don't you, as well? You do.
Yeah, we get a few reactive jobs, but I'd say 90% of our work's planned work.
Yeah, well, that's good. So that's how you want it.
Yeah, it's difficult because people ring you up and with an emergency, and it's like you can't just let the customer down that's been waiting 4 weeks for you. So it's difficult, but we always we do get quite a lot of repeat as well, to be fair. And they always take priority over everyone, really. But yeah, you just got to put yourself everywhere, haven't you? Wherever you can, leaflets, magazines.
Yeah, you got to try. It's like when I made a massive push for Nextdoor, right? I've got more faves than you, more faves than anyone in the area on there, right? You won the Nextdoor Neighbour Business of the Year, didn't you? One year.
Yeah.
Right. So I get all these faves. They don't do it anymore. I even go on Nextdoor because Nextdoor posts up about the American version, and I've been asking for 2 years. I was like, Nextdoor, is it in the UK? Oh, so sorry, because I've messaged them asking because Nextdoor's popular. I said I'd love to win one. I didn't. I was like, surely 46 faves should get you an award. I was like, but they haven't done it in 2 years. They haven't done it in 2 years. They reckon they're going to look at it next year, but they probably won't do it again. But a lot of people use Nextdoor. You'll be surprised. A lot of people recommend you as well.
Yeah,
I usually do. I always tag you on Facebook and everywhere.
I've neglected Nextdoor a little bit. It's so hard to keep up with inquiries from all the different revenues. It's hard to keep up.
That's fair. I just got too much time. Or it looks like I have, but I'm doing multiple different things. But everyone goes, I don't know how you got the time, but I do.
Yeah, it's tricky.
I do. But so obviously we recommend each other within the area quite often about wasp nests, and so I wanted to get your view on chewed wires. What's your view on when you get calls for chewed wires then? What's your perspective from looking at it from your side, not our side? Have you got a point of view on it or not?
So the first, we'll get the call that someone's electrics are tripping. That's the usual.
Yeah.
We put our test equipment on it. We'll find that there's a short on the wiring somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's almost a given in most properties. It's going to be in the loft if it's on a lighting circuit. It's tripping. So we go up there and it's like basically trying to find the damage. But 9 times out of 10, the client, if you ask them if you had any rodents, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we have." They sort of know they've had a problem.
Okay.
Because they've heard the scurrying and the gnawing during the night.
One just left it.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they just leave it. You meet all sorts of people.
I know. I mean, sometimes it's not everyone can afford to, obviously, but then now they've got had to call out you. It still costs them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a lot of people think, oh, they're not doing any harm, but really they're destroying their homes. But
and the worst ones can be squirrels. Squirrels are really bad for causing damage. They are.
I think I had one a couple of months ago, a squirrel one. Yeah.
Were the squirrels in there when you were actually in there?
They'd already had someone out to deal with it the year before, so the cables had been absolutely chewed through.
Yeah.
Because they weren't tripping the electrics, but over time, like damp, then the cables get hot and cold in the summer and winter, etc. And just in general use, and they're just finally giving way and just started touching each other. Yeah, it was quite worrying, really.
Well, that's interesting to hear from you, because I didn't know. I don't know how it works if a cable gets chewed, but now I do. So it can hang on for its dear life a year later.
If they're not touching, it can't. Yeah, you wouldn't even know anything's happened to them. But eventually, they work their way together.
But yeah, no, they can be. Yeah, they can cause the biggest thing. They can cause fires. People don't like. Have you ever been to any places that have had a fire or mini fire due to electrical wires being tampered with, or a rodent biting it, or anything burnt out?
I've been to a couple, but I couldn't 100% say it was rodents. But yeah, we've had a few. If you go on my Facebook, you'll see a few examples of it, pictures and stuff. I put one on TikTok recently.
I haven't been on there in a little bit. I need to go back on. I did see on my emails that you've been posting content. Yeah,
I'll send you a link to one.
I'll have to have a look.
But yeah, we had one last week where just a junction box and a LED transformer for lights is just all melted, and it's just like, I don't even know how this has happened. But yeah, it's amazing what you actually see in people's homes, and you think, people are living in these homes and they're
I know. When you send me pictures of poos and stuff. Yeah. I can't remember what someone else. There was this poo. I couldn't work out what it was. I think someone said it was some kind of bird.
What was? Yeah, it was,
so I didn't know.
A while ago now, wasn't it? Yeah,
that was a while ago. It was something else. I didn't know what it was. Because it looked nearly like a dog.
Was it an owl?
Someone reckoned it was owl poo.
Yeah, it was massive.
I've never heard of owls getting into lofts, but maybe they can.
Possibly,
So,
yeah. It's stranger things have happened. But
have
yeah,
you ever been into lofts with bats in? Don't
I've
say
been told
anything.
there's been bats, but I've never actually seen them.
That's good.
No.
Yeah, there's a rule in pest control. If if there's poo, because you can't do anything as such. Because when you touch the poo, you rub it like mouse poo.
Yeah.
But you rub it and it comes away, and your fingers like dust. That's bat poo.
Right. Okay.
So if you ever see any of that stuff, that's bat poo. So,
I'll just send you a picture.
Yeah, you probably would. And I'll say, give it a rub. But yeah, you're right. But
I'll bring some round to you.
But yeah, so I've had a few jobs where I went to this place where I wasn't in the loft or nothing. It was a historic place. I can't remember what it was, but like she left this cardboard out, and she said to me, "What is it?" So I was doing the finger thing. I says, "And the other room?" She says, "It's bats in it." I said, "Yeah." She says, "Well, we've got this big restoration project going to happen." I says, "Well, this might put your plans on hold." It was like a historic place, so it's going to cost a lot of money. But when you've got bats, you've got to get the bat people in, and there's all sorts of red tape involved if you were to do a restoration. But
you relocate them, or do you just have to leave them?
I don't actually know. I don't know the answer to that, so I don't want to say on the podcast. But I believe that they can relocate them.
Yeah.
The proper bat people can. The Bat Society, they can. But there's that many rules and regs with bats. So if you were to kill a bat, it's $5,000 fine, at least $5,000 fine.
Wow.
So it's quite serious, really. But yeah.
Well, to be fair, from my point of view, they don't really damage cables, so they're not doing any.
No, they don't. They don't. They don't damage cables. They don't. What else?
Biggest thing. I'd say wasp nests are the biggest thing I come across in lofts and garages where we're working.
Do you?
Yeah, always finding a wasp nest. On that note, my wife wants to ask about my wasp nest.
Does she?
Will they come back? Do I need to knock this thing down?
No. They don't reuse the nest. They don't.
Do they not?
No. Once it's dead, it's dead.
Right.
So you can knock it down if you want, if you can get in there. It sounds like it's a tight bit of roof space, but it won't be reused. It can't damage the beams either.
Right. Okay.
It doesn't look like a massive one. You might think it is, but they get much bigger than that. So it'll definitely be dead by now because we've had some cold snaps.
Yeah, there's no buzzing coming from it, so
that's normal. How you can tell normally. But yeah, you don't. They can't be. Each queen, when they build nests, they rebuild new ones. They don't go into an old queen's nest. Or they don't do any of that. It's a new nest every time, and it's nothing to worry about. You can just leave it. If it's bugging you, you can knock it down, get a broom or something if you want. But
yeah,
it's up to you what you do. If it's annoying you, then do it.
I've got a hole about that big where I can see it through the ceiling into the loft.
You've got a hole?
I can pull that a down light. I've pulled a light down.
Oh, right.
See it, or I can crawl down the loft space, which is
I see.
An apprentice job, really.
Wow, yeah. It is. Some work experience before it finishes. It is. But have you ever experienced what's your view on when a friend asked me where he's had to do like a kitchen application that's had wires chewed in, say, a cooker or something like that, and he's had to proof it to keep the rodent out because it was still, the trapping program was still in progress. But he wondered about the dangers of the live cables. He did. Well, what should you do if you're in that situation as a pest controller? With that, turn the power off, or what would you do if you're trying to proof it the back of so nothing else can get in future? What's the protocol? Things like that. Because obviously a live cable, he got shocked. He told me.
Right.
He didn't go flying across the room. It was just a tiny one, but he was interested to know what the thoughts were on that when you're trying to proof something so that future rodents can't get in.
Well, I mean, there's not really much you can do from your sort of side of things, is there, with turning off the power, I guess. But I mean, you can put cables in like a metal conduit, but it's almost impossible to do that completely. It'd just be impractical.
Okay.
The best thing is just to stop the rodents coming in and then replace the cable for new, really.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought you'd say, because it's not a thing. It's just a job he had when he said when I first started, I wasn't in it long, and he had that, and he just wanted to know because he thought it was such a good idea getting you on. He said that's so out of the box because he says certain things will overlay. You know, like we were comparing the training, which yours is vastly more expensive, but you have vastly much more training. You do as well. So the barrier to entry in your industry is far higher than ours. It is, obviously, because you've got your qualifications, you've got the costs.
Yeah, so if once you're setting up on your own, you've obviously got the qualifications, and you have to have all the qualifications. You have to join a governing body called NIC or NAPIT.
Is that expensive?
So off the top of my head, it's around £750 a year.
Okay.
Which means.
So what do they do then? What do they do? Do they come and audit you or anything like that?
So every year we have to have a audit. They go through. So now we have to have so many hours of CPD.
How many?
Don't ask.
You don't know.
I can't remember.
Is it more than 20?
It's more than 20, yeah.
Okay, that's our industry standard, 20. Yeah. I've got 71.
I'm pretty sure it's around 20.
I've got 71 currently.
Wow.
I have.
You got all the insurances, public liability.
Yeah, that's
just a lot of the stamp. They go through your paperwork basically. They check some of your certificates to make sure you haven't made errors on your certificates.
Okay.
We have to have a complaints policy. So if you get any complaints, they need to see those.
Okay.
So the first sort of hour or so, 2 hours, is an office audit, going through the paperwork. Then the rest of the audit, another sort of 2 hours, we're on site, and he's actually visually inspecting the work that I've done.
So do you have to ask a customer, is it okay if someone comes to inspect the work I've done?
Yeah, so in some ways it's a good thing, because you're saying to the customer, I'm so proud of the work I've done. Can I use it as an example for my assessment in that sense? So, but in the other sense, the customer's like, I mean, all my customers are great and friendly, but it must be a bit of a pain for them having someone turn up when there's no, for a couple of hours, turn their power off and all that sort of stuff. So, and then they look at the work that we've done, and then they check our test results on our certificates.
Okay.
To the test whilst we're testing on the equipment to make sure it all tallies up, basically.
Okay. I would have thought the fee for that would have been higher, being as people have got to come out and actually audit you each year. I'd have thought it'd be much higher than that.
Don't give them any ideas.
I won't. They won't be watching this anyway. They won't. I'll be shocked if they were.
Yeah.
But now, is that a trade body? No. Is that the trade body? No.
Yeah.
Trade association.
Yes. Yeah, so it's called the Competent Person Scheme, but it's government sort of backed.
So it is what you call a trade association, like a non-for-profit. No.
Yes, non-profit.
So it's like that. Okay.
It's actually a charity, believe it or not.
Yeah, all our trade bodies operate the same way.
Yeah.
You can make money, but it's all got to go back in to keep it running.
Yeah.
So you make it, but it goes back in, used on everything else. So you make a profit, but you don't make a profit. It's non-for-profit, but it goes straight back in to pay for all the other stuff as well.
But to be fair, you'll speak to a lot of electricians that sort of hate them and begrudge having to pay that amount every year. They're like, I've been an electrician for 40 years. Why do I have to pay these? You know what I mean? That sort of thing. But,
you get them comments in our industry big time. Yeah.
But I'm all for it. It keeps the standards up. I know it's an expense, but who else is going to check it? Who else is going to police it if these guys don't? You know, anyone could be out there, couldn't they?
Well, no, you are right. Because you've got to think about the customers putting their house and safety and their family's safety in your hands, hoping you are competent and you know what you're doing. Yeah. Because you could make mistakes and their house could burn down.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that's why they're doing it. I guess because it's a serious thing. It's building regs, isn't it? Is it like? Because we don't have people as such. I'd imagine in certain, you have people coming out, and if there was an issue with your work that was reported to somewhere else, you'd have someone else come out, would you? All I'm saying is there's more of an official people having a BDI over your work than what would be in the pest control industry.
Yeah, so I mean,
there is audits, etc., for accreditation, but it's a bit more serious if you ask me in your industry.
Yeah.
So if something went wrong, then it would be not good, would it? You know.
No, I mean, yeah. When you look at things like Grenfell and faulty appliance.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, and then, but there was such a. I mean, I won't go into that too much because I don't know enough about it. But there's a host of problems with the cladding and all that. I mean, but again, someone needs to monitor it. All these things need to be policed, so to speak. So I am for it.
Yeah,
and I do get people's niggles, but you know, I'm a proud member. You know, and they do the CPD training as well. They do weekly.
So they provide week. Is it all like on the webinars stored online, so you can do them whenever you want as well? Is that
they do them live, and then they do. You can go on the website and watch them at any time. So
how many like each year? How many webinars do they put out, or content? Is it a lot?
It's a lot, yeah. I'm guessing it equates to probably one a week. I should imagine.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
So at least you get your CPD training included in your membership fee, which is great.
Yeah,
that is.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and they've got a technical helpline. So if you've got any problems with anything, you need a bit of technical help. Because I'm guessing you see it in your industry. There's lots of grey areas and
you do get technical where
complications.
You ring them. I'm having problems, and they will tell you different methods to try as well, like different approach, because sometimes you have to approach it differently.
Yeah,
I don't know if that would be the case in your industry. It's pretty, I don't know really. I'd imagine it's all pretty textbook, or is it not?
It is, yeah. I mean, it is pretty much textbook. There's always something that it's like anything that you can go on any forum and ask a question. There'll be half people say this, and then the other half will say that, and then you've got to try and decipher what's right and what's wrong. But to give you, I mean, that's our regulations book.
Wow,
that's £80 right there.
Wow. Honest. Yeah, we haven't got many regulations in comparison, people. So stop. Yeah. I just thought it just points out when people watch this how different our industry is, because we get a lot of people say, "Oh, why do I have to do this?" And I spoke to people. Obviously, now know you pay a lot more than we do, but it also depends. There's different trade bodies that charge different amounts of money. There is some that charge more in the area of what you pay. There's some that charge less. It all depends on how big the business is, etc. But in general, as a rule, you've paid £7,500 for training to be a qualified technician, engineer, sorry, and we pay nowhere near that. We don't. So the closest you get to is nearly £1,000. It is.
Yeah.
But then there is other stuff. You can go higher and higher and higher if you want to, but most people stick with a standard. They do. Yeah. But you can go higher. But like the point of the podcast was to chat to you about your views on pest control and stuff like that, and making comparisons from electricians' point of view or industry to ours. Because I'm hoping it will make people realise to get good value for money in our industry. The training alone knocks it out. It does. Yeah. £7,500. Did you pass first time? Is it like one long exam, or is it modules? You have to complete modules.
Loads of modules. Yeah. I mean, there is cheaper ways in, but
yeah,
as a general rule, it's going to be around that sort of price. Yeah.
Yeah. No, just thought that. So, what is your view on pest control as a whole? Have you got a view on pest control, pest management?
Well, when I need you, I think you're gods.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm running out of lots of wasps. No, I think it's an important trade, massively. Like you say, before I sort of met you and got to know you, it's like something I completely overlooked. It was just.
I think it was one day you texted my dad. I think you texted my dad, didn't you, on WhatsApp or something about trading, giving out each other's cards and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then I got hold of you on my WhatsApp because he's useless to stuff like that. We don't do stuff like that. That's why I take over and things like that. And then we've had chats here and there, but we haven't actually met up for anything yet, have we?
No.
Live in the same town. Remember that time I walked past your van and I was like, I need to send that to you.
Yeah.
Or did you send that back to me? Because I was cutting a promo about you and Harvey, the electricians and stuff, on my phone. I have to see if I still got it. I was waving at your camera as well.
Yeah, you sent something to me and then I got the footage from the cameras and sent it back to you, I think.
I was tempted to put it on socials, but I didn't know if you'd want it on there.
Don't mind, mate, yeah. Come for me.
I'm probably a lot smaller now than I was then. But yeah. But no, it's all good. It's good to have someone from the local business community on.
Yeah, I hope I've not bored your listeners with my industry.
I think a lot of it's probably hammered home how much value they get for their money in our industry, because there is a lot of. I'm not saying it's wrong to complain, because everyone's entitled to complain about what they want to, but just understand that we get a lot more for our money than, say, you can in ours, because it's like £7,500 just to become an electrician. It's nowhere near that in our industry. And hopefully it helps a lot of people, but there'll be a lot of stuff in there that's helped people as well. It's like I've just started to like, do you understand the business? Are you good on the business side? Because a lot of our industry, they're good at pest control and they all own businesses, but not everyone's an expert on what's my sales forecast and all this and that.
I do need to up my game. I think everyone does. I think you could always improve, can't you?
You can. It's an element of our industry that we need more business-focused seminars or to help people.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, because it's something else that isn't taught as part of your training. So
no, it's not. Sales is not taught either.
No.
Unless you work for a national, they're big on sales. But apart from that, generally, unless you've got the gift of the gab, it's not something you know. It's not. Yeah,
it is tricky. Like you say, people have told me I should be doing sales forecasts. I should know what's. But it's finding time. I just don't know where people get the time to. Set yourself an office day, like every other day in the office, and then it's like, I don't know how I'm going to do that. But perhaps when Harvey's out full time on his own, then that'll buy me a day in the office, perhaps. But
yeah, good thing, because it's like this thing I signed up for, Think Rutland. And I thought I knew loads about marketing until I spoke to this chap.
Yeah.
I was like, well, my content's really good. But then the things he was saying to me, like, so what's your unique selling point on that job? And I was struggling.
Yeah.
I guaranteed the wasp nest. I said, in the marketing, but on the phone I mentioned it, but not in any of the marketing. And it was things like, you got to get a unique selling point. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 12 months? What new services? You say commercial. What do you mean by commercial? Do you mean pubs? Do you mean restaurants? Do you mean audit inside? And they break it down into minute pieces.
Yeah.
They do. He's given me basically homework to do for the next meeting. I've got a book on with him, but he helped me loads because I didn't think of any of that.
It's good that exists, isn't it? Because I mean, I've been self-employed. I'm a limited company, but I've been doing it for 5 years, and
Yeah.
I had a plan for everything. My training. I want to get my training done within a set time.
Yeah.
I want to set up a business. I want to join the NIC.
Yeah.
And I've kind of almost achieved all my goals, and like now it's just the business is running, and I've kind of lost track a little bit of, like you say, where I'm going to be in the next 5 years.
Because apparently everyone's supposed to know, but no, not many people do. You're supposed to do it like a plan and stuff. And these are all he's given me a big long list of stuff. He says we'll go dive deeper on some of these stuff. But he says your list will change over time. It will. And he's exploring things like potential grants and stuff. So you never know, might add a new service, or he said it can even go to marketing, something to do with marketing it can as well. So but it just makes you think, like, because in general, I've been asked by a lot of people to try and get somebody on more business related to give practical advice to people, because a lot of people are fine with the pest control, but they struggle with the kind of business elements that they should need and should have, because they're so busy running their own business, obviously. But it is stuff that can help you and save you money, even though you don't think it. When you work things out, it can save you money or make you realise you need to put this price up.
Yeah.
But you've got to package it up that way as well. So in pest control, the prices are like, so in your industry, because of what you are, you're actually we are a trade, and I think we're a trade, but not how everyone else sees us as such. Like, because electricians, plumbers, etc., can demand a higher fee than we can straight away. They can. Because I once did a job for a lady, and I couldn't believe how much it was to replace a plastic pipe. It's £400. A plastic pipe on the back of a washer. But that's obviously a call out, isn't it? I thought, that's incredible.
Yeah,
if we did that just for a one-off, I think they'd shop around. But obviously, there's different price levels though. There is firms that can get stuff. It depends on what you offer, what level tier. And it depends what area you live in. Obviously, Rutland is quite a rich area, but not everyone's got that kind of money, have they?
Do you find people try their own thing? Because obviously with the electrical world, some of the worst things I see out there is people have done DIY and done it really badly. And do you think that's the same for pest control? I think people go, I was going to say Wilco's, but they've gone now. But people pop out and get a mouse trap from Wilco's and then try and deal with it themselves, and then just sort of try to fix their own problems and then just give up.
Yeah, that's true. You can buy rodenticide, the public can. They can buy it in, it's a lower form than what we've got. They can buy it in smaller doses, but yeah, they can buy pretty much what we can buy, but weaker, a lot weaker. And they can buy traps, but a lot of times it's more that they can do it, but they don't know what they're doing. They've not had that practical experience to know what they're actually doing. So yeah, they can do it. They sell it in lower doses. You've got to buy more and more bags. It's very weak.
Yeah.
Or you got your traps, they're not set them right, or not put the right thing on the trap. But people do that. I get calls when someone goes, "Oh, I've been trying and trying. It's nothing's working." But you do get that. But I suppose you can't really. Please tell me you've never had anyone try to fix their own electrics.
Oh yeah, all the time.
I didn't think people would be really. Is that not?
Some of the worst jobs we go to is people have
I thought it was illegal to do that, like under codes and the building codes and stuff. I thought it'd be something.
It's not.
If house insurance could be non-invoid, surely, if you could prove that person messed about with their electrics. But I suppose the house would be gone then, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Well, you'd think so, but it's not like so with certainly gas engineers or plumbers. It is illegal to touch gas. So
okay, yeah.
I can't even open a boiler up and check the wiring in a boiler because I'm not a gas engineer.
Okay.
So anything gas is illegal. Electrics it's not as strict in that sense. Yeah, it's.
You don't advise it though, do you? Obviously, absolutely. I don't advise it. I'm not even in the trade. I don't advise it. You've got to be crazy to do that.
You'd be amazed how many people have a go, and we have to go and sort it out.
Goodness, I've never heard of that. I didn't think that would be a thing that people did when it comes to electrics, because that's eye-opening to hear that people actually do that. It's
worrying, and sometimes it's people with a tiny bit of knowledge are the worst ones because they think.
But Google said they said on Google.
You see, in my eyes, you shouldn't be allowed to go to Screwfix and buy electrical stuff unless you're an electrician. But anyone can go to Screwfix and buy a fuse box and have a go at fitting it themselves if they want to.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, you look at not to pick on Screwfix, but any wholesaler, tool station, B&Q, you can go and buy a roll of electrical cable.
Guarantee you can go in Screwfix and buy some rat bait.
Yeah.
It's weaker stuff though, but you can buy it, and it's one of the biggest bugbears of our industry. But there's nothing you can do about it because it's the health. Believe it or not, that who has the ruling over who can buy the public stuff is the ruling of the HSE. Yeah. They actually control it, and like people have asked, and they've got no plan. They say that they keep it on the market because not everyone can afford to hire a pest controller. So it's a cheaper way of doing it.
Yeah.
So, because we've had all these changes as of next year, you have to have at least either a new certificate that's a qualifying certificate. That's if you're not in a trade body, or you have to be in a trade body or a CPD scheme, and you have to have 20 points a year, with 3 of them being these new crew courses. It's just like best practices in how to use your roads and being more aware of the environment. And it's like there's 3 hours of it. And you do that. And you get your certificate for that, then you can buy bait.
Right.
But then everyone's going, well, the public can just go online and buy what they like. Or, but it's the way it is. There's nothing you can do about it. I keep telling people it's the HSE. Take it over them.
Yeah.
They won't. I have done some investigating. Apparently, it is all controlled by them because they approve all our new products but when something goes through, a new pest control project can take 7 to 8 years to go through. Did you know that?
Wow.
With tests, etc., it's got really slow. 6 to 7 years. So more is coming off the market. More comes off because some companies decide this product hasn't worked very well. It's not sold what we thought. Is it really worth spending X amount of thousands or millions or whatever it is to relicense it? And a lot of them get pulled off the market. They do, but there's more being removed than there is being added. There is. But we have very strict license when it comes to them actually approving products. There's a very strict process. I don't know the process. Yeah. I've been trying to get someone come on to talk about it, but a lot of the big chemical companies don't like having their employees on a podcast.
No.
It's difficult to get anyone on that has that kind of knowledge. I've heard about it. They can talk about it at seminars and in training days and stuff, but they won't let them on podcasts.
But they'll have a strict script to follow, won't they, for that sort of thing?
Yes, they will. They will, but it's you are right. A lot of people try DIY pest control. It's massive, and I imagine it's a very lucrative industry. I would.
Yeah. I think people just, like you say, you'd expect people with electrics think, oh, I won't touch it, but some do, some don't, obviously. But I think it's probably the same with pest control, isn't it? Some people.
Oh yeah, I'd say more people probably try it than they do try their electrics.
I've had a go at it, I'll be honest, with not a lot of success.
Well, pest control.
Yeah, at my own house, we had a rat problem at one point.
I did mention it to you, didn't I?
Yeah. So I had some humane traps, and I caught a bloody hedgehog.
So that's why they're humane, so you can let them out.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I got him out; he was fine. But I was like, that was the last time I tried it. But luckily,
did the issue go?
Yeah, I found a nest under one of the sheds, and I destroyed the nest. I might have done the wrong thing there, but
was anything in it?
No.
Don't worry about it. And
yeah, it looked recently. It looked like it'd been recently used. I don't know how it works for rats, but
yeah,
it was recent.
You got rid of it, so that's fair enough. Yeah. There wasn't note in it, so that's a good way to do it. I'm not recommending that, but if you find it, there's nothing wrong with digging your mud up. You know, I wouldn't do that if you had a badger set though. That's like illegal. You can't touch badgers. I tell you.
You want to?
No, they don't mess. They're big, aren't they? I've never actually seen one actually, in person walking around. But they reckon, like in Oakham, there's loads in Oakham. Like I've seen.
You always see them, don't you? Dead on the road.
One thing though. Did a job at, I can't say where, but a commercial job in Oakham where we had a Reolink camera up. Yeah. And I seen one. After the show, I'll tell you where it was. And I seen foxes, all sorts. So I couldn't believe badgers. I seen badgers, and then we had to end up in them, a job up in them. We also found loads of badgers going through his garden. When I was there, I was like, how are they getting in? Well, but we were there for squirrels. We were, because he had a squirrel issue. We sorted that out.
Someone told me at a job, I don't know if I told you about this. They reckon a badger stole a cat.
They could. To be fair, they're very vicious and strong.
Apparently, this cat was like, I can't say 18. It's like on his last legs anyway. He's 18. Like, poor old thing. Apparently, he jumped over a fence, a 4-foot fence.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's rubbish. I don't know, but apparently, and then it ran off with a cat.
To be fair, I can believe it.
Yeah.
I've been told they're very strong and can be vicious. They can be. Because obviously, I've never seen one in real life. I haven't. Apart from on the cameras.
Yeah.
I've never seen one. But it's usually in the early hours. In the early hours of the morning, you see him. But nobody's out then, really, are they?
You normally see him in a gutter on the road.
You do. So, is there anything else you want? Actually, you're starting some scheme in your industry, aren't you, for new people who want to get into the industry?
Yes, I've set up a community on school, which is not a very well-known platform, but it's for electricians or people who want to get into the industry and are adult learners, because it's such a difficult journey. I thought I'd set up a community to help people.
Is it like videos, or is it like just advice people ask for, like a Facebook group, or is it not like that?
Yes, I think of it as a little bit like a forum, Facebook. And then it's going to have different sections with how-to videos. It's like I say, you don't get any experience in the classroom with things like lifting carpets, cutting floorboards, different types of walls.
You wish you got that on camera.
So that's the plan.
Yeah. So it sounds good. It does. It's I've seen it on Facebook. You're the director on LinkedIn. You're the director of it, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm just trying to advertise it on LinkedIn as well, because I get so many emails, Sean, about from people wanting apprenticeships and jobs and that. So I'm just trying to set something up where I can send people to learn a bit more about the industry and routes into the industry, because there's so many different routes.
I think it's great. I think it's great. You want to try and see if when you get it going a little bit, you want to see if any magazines are interested in covering it.
Yeah,
You never know. You might be able to get some more promotion through there.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they might be interested. I don't know, but it's good. That shows passion for your industry. If you're willing to help other people wanting to get in.
The way I say it, if I help one person, I've done a good job. If one person helps them into the industry and they learn something from it, then brilliant. I've done my job.
That's good then. But yeah, I've taken enough time. I think we've covered everything. I think that was a great conversation, and you did very well, Steve.
Thank you very much.
And you're the only person ever to come on the podcast that isn't in the pest management industry. You are on my podcast.
That's the last.
Well, I've got to find the right topics and stuff, really, to be fair. But I thought a lot of it married up with show the comparisons and how, R is lower to entry, but they are working on a high entry, but it won't be anywhere near what the entries are to yours. Like the $7,500 figure alone is a lot more. But I think people would have learned something from this podcast. They would have done. They usually do. But that's the idea of it. Learn something. You've probably taught people stuff. A lot of people on other podcasts have mentioned, well, people won't touch their electrics. Yeah, they will with pest control. But now I can say, well, they had an electrician on, and people do try it. So, I can't get over that.
If anyone wants to see any rodent damage and bits and pieces, they should look at my YouTube channel, and I'll keep posting pictures of damaged cables.
It does, yeah.
Anything that we find, yeah.
It makes short saying you've got a mate in the pest control industry that you like to send poo to and stuff. Videos. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for giving up your time, Steve. It's great.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And do you want to plug your business or not? Do you want
to? If anyone wants to follow me on YouTube, it's Multi Electrical Services.
I'll stick it in the description.
Yeah.
I will.
Or on TikTok. But if anyone wants to retrain from the pest world and become an electrician, you can have a look at my new community.
Well, there you go. There you go. You never know. But yeah, thanks, Steve. I'll end the stream now. If you just stay on for a second. But I'll just end it. Thanks, everyone, and I'll see you next week.